Hey kids! Hey kids! Hey kids! It is 6 o'clock on, I don't even know what day it is. Is it Monday? It's Monday. It's been a Monday. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. And even more HTC drama. I'm going to let a few people creep in here. If you are here, say hello in the chat so I can see you. I was just going over a bunch of HTC hidden true crime shit. And my God, people, it keeps getting worse. Hey, Wayne. Oh, hey, honey. Crafted Chris. Hey, bestie. So I started off my day today. Okay, wait. Back up the truck. Back up the truck. So last night I was going to go live and talk about hey you. Good to see you, mama. Hi. Hello everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. I was going to go live last night and talk about the hidden true crime stuff. Now, before I came on the live, I thought to myself, I said, oh, hey, Jay Warren. I saw you on the ATS panel the other night. Your accent is to die for. Okay, Jay Warren, hello to you. So, I wake up this morning because, like I told you guys on my live the other day, that Crusha from Difficult Research was going to be doing a live on the things that she has been keeping to herself all this time. I loved her opinion. I loved it all. I loved seeing you up on panel, honey. I had said that Crusha from Difficult Research was going to be doing a live. Okay, you guys can hear me. And that for everybody to go tune in over there, because why wouldn't you, right? Like, I want to know both sides of the story. I know the personal feelings that I had at one time being a member to Hidden True Crime, to the evolution of not being able to stomach them as people, to come full circle, the 9-hour live. That, like, who's not going to click on a 9-hour live? Was somebody on fire? Right? Like, are you thinking, was somebody on fire? Did something fucking happen? Because I do true crime. I'm more of like a trial case person. I hate even the term true crime, because I feel like there's like true crime pimps, and there's people that like get all this money off of other people's tragedies. And I've seen it for years over case trial. Okay. Over cases in general. I've seen a plethora of YouTube creators in the trenches of Crama and all of this stuff. Yes, girl, we are getting to that. Horrified, right? Truth and Transparency did a killer stream on Hidden True Crime. Okay, I'll have to check her out. I feel about Lana. Totally great. Yeah. So, like, I've side-eyed them, but like my opinion of them doesn't affect the masses, right? Because everybody has an opinion of everybody, right? Everybody has an opinion. I have a small channel. I started back in January. I just like cases. I particularly follow cases with children, because they're innocent. They're victims. Children are victims, okay, of most crimes, right? Of all the crimes, they're all victims. They're victims. A lot of older, like when people are adults in their 30s and 40s, and they get wrapped up in like civil trials and stuff. Do I get into civil trials as well? Bet your ass I do, because they're still a victim, right? You might not be criminally charged, but like there is a victim. And I reserve the right to change my opinion at any time, right? So I liked Lauren and John at one time. And then I felt like John was a better husband. And now I just think he's a fucking idiot. My opinion. I'm allowed to have it. First Amendment right, people. So, and I didn't particularly like Lauren, right? And like I stayed away from him. Hey, Amy in the back seat. Hi, mama. It's good to see you, baby. So fast forward. So all of this starts leaking. Lauren is getting exposed for the piece of shit she is, right? And then John tried to come on here and make us believe that like R. Kelly separate the person from the art, right? I call bullshit. When you are dealing with real victims, you don't get a pass. Right? Like if I come on here and I talk and I say what I believe happens, we speculate on this channel, people. I know that other channels don't like speculation and shit like that. I speculate because I can see with my own two eyes what is happening here. I have been in lots of shit has happened to me over the course of my life, over almost 41 years. Everyone looks at life through the lens that they have, and I am entitled to my fucking opinion. Okay, and when you put your shit all over the interwebs, when you have 316,000 followers, which I have questions on that too, people. Has anyone ever seen 100,000 person plaque that still is monetized? Like Aiden Carney does not have monetization on YouTube. Him in particular, just because this is someone that, from my recent memory, Aiden Carney had the wrong opinion about the vid, and pokers, and YouTube stripped him of his monetization rights. So he had to do turtle chats. He had a solution, right? But there are a ton of people who you're like, and I feel like too, people think that more credibility happens with YouTubers the more subs you have, right? I was under the impression that you couldn't buy subs on YouTube. But I come to find out, apparently you can. Like, why? Embarrassing. Stop doing that. Stop doing that, people. So people think the more credibility you have, right? So when you're looking at hidden true crime and you're like, wow, they have a lot. Yeah, honey, Jay Warren, I am a chronic. I speculate all the time. All right. You give me info and I'm speculating until you give me a reason not to speculate that specific thing. I can't even talk today. I need more coffee. So I watched Lauren for 5 minutes after the Delphi verdict and never went. Okay. So like, again, the Delphi thing, isn't it curious that Delphi has Odinism ties, and Odinism and Mormonism have ties? Okay. And the two expert journalists, right? I think Nate Eaton's a journalist because he's like the main guy at East Idaho News, and Lauren used to be. But the two people that had the most authority in the Lori Vallow Daybell cases was Nate Eaton and Lauren. There, I saw with my own two eyes. Hi, Calypso, baby. It's good to see you. So, they're both Mormons. Okay. And today I was there's an ex-Mormon creator that I really like. She goes by Nonsense. And she's a wealth of knowledge. I'm fascinated by religions and cults and stuff. Like, I know way too much about Scientology. Okay. I even know that L. Ron Hubbard from Scientology fucking took doctrine and stuff from the Mormons. Okay. And Grant Cardone, who is one of like the main people who donate to Scientology, also has Tim Ballard Mormonism overlapping. It's a machine. It's it's a business. It's a corporation. Mormonism and Scientology, for that matter, they just like rake all the money in. We're going to actually be doing a stream on Shelley Miscavige, who is the leader of Scientology's missing wife. Hasn't been spotted in public since Tom Cruise's marriage to Katie Holmes. Fucking interesting, bizarre, and all of the things. Okay. But we're going to do that one night. That's not here. So I'm fascinated by religion. Someone said Nate Eaton and Laura Matthias, both LDS people, are the main experts that all of us are tuning into for the Daybell case, right? And then Lauren takes the weird, hi, Mary Bagwell, good to see you, mama. Yeah, I've been growing up Scientology, great channel for if you want to know all the things about Scientology, by the way. These are just the creators I know. I mean, I don't know them. Wait, I was going to like put 2 and 2 together. That's not what I meant. I consume these creators' content because I vibe with them. I think that they're interesting. I think that they give out great information. I don't know if these people are good people. Lauren point, this is what we're all thinking, right? Like people always thought that Lauren was like this wholesome LDS girl, and come to find out she's like the bride of Chucky. So I digress. So these people are LDS people, and Lauren tried to separate herself from LDS the whole time over Daybell Vallow, the Vallow Daybell, whatever case, right? And I remember saying one time, I think to Crafty Chris, I'm like, is Lauren a Mormon? And she's like, yeah, that's what she says. But then she kept dissing herself until come again, full circle in August when she went on Mormon Stories podcast, who I like John Dillon. I have consumed all of his content too. I think that he is smart and captivating. He's a good interviewer. I like his shit. Mormon, on the other hand, turned and said, I'm a devout LDS. I love my religion. Okay. So you're reporting on Lori Vallow going, yeah, right. Having 18 vaginas in your bed is completely acceptable, Jay Warren, but you got to put that Folgers down. Get rid of that vape. No fornication. Have you guys ever heard of, oh my God, soaking? Jay, please tell me that you've heard of soaking, because I was like, recently found out about what soaking was. Oh my God. Oh my God. Listen, I'm Catholic. Okay. I have no, if you want to talk about priests, I get it. Okay. I get it. Have I had that experience with priests? No, like my childhood priest is like still in my life and knows that I'm like a single mom, had a kid out of wedlock and like baptized him. Right. So like it's not one paint stroke for everything, but like then you look at these Mormon bishops, and then like you're supposed to go to the Mormon bishop for everything, like for like a confessional, but like they don't want you to go through law enforcement. They want you to work everything out through the church. So there was, okay, that I'm heading, I know I'm bringing my plane in, people. So I noticed that when Lauren and John were doing their like, I don't know, Patreon fucking behind a paywall bullshit, they made fun of the Boy Scouts. Now, people like us would be like, yeah, I get that, because the Boy Scouts have a really bad rap. Okay. Doesn't mean everybody in the Boy Scouts are bad, or every kid in the Boy Scouts are being raped or touched or anything. That doesn't mean that. But there are tons of instances, and they are nearly broke because of the bullshit that happens in the Boy Scouts. Laura Matthias. Yeah, in Utah they are, apparently. Hi, Dave from the Laborers Union. Good to see you, baby. And just so you know, there's not gonna be any video today because Lauren is going around striking everybody. Not that like I'm important and I only have like 2,000 subscribers and she probably doesn't care about me, but I can talk. We all can talk. Let's all discuss this. Like we are having tea. Okay. Like we are having tea. I have my shirt matches my cup. Unplanned. It was unplanned. Yeah, and law enforcement is totally fine with it in Utah. I mean, other places, but like Utah, apparently there is like, you know, we talk about like Muslim countries where there's no separation between church and state. Well, apparently in like Utah and Idaho, it's the same thing, right? The first time I found out what a fucking Mormon was Mitt Romney was running in Massachusetts, and I remember hearing my parents or like my older siblings being like, Mitt Romney is a Mormon. And I remember being like, what's a Mormon? And they're like, oh, it's a different religion. And they have like multiple wives. And that was like my first introduction to what Mormonism was. I was just an Irish Catholic girl from Boston. I don't leave these neck of the woods very often. And there are very few Mormons around here, as far as I know. Right. So anyway, I digress. So what was I saying? Soaking. So Lauren quits her reporting job, which I found her resume video. It's fucking hilarious. Okay. I'll put it. If you guys follow me on X, I will post it. I'm not posting it here. She was a reporter in Utah or wherever until 2019 when her son was 1 year old. Was that really the reason? Because I was just reading a article that a Utah reporter did about the corporation machine of the Mormon Church in Utah specifically, paying influencers with large fan bases to push their narrative or reel it in. Is that what happened here? I have questions. Is that why she got in good with all of the victims, the living victims of the Lori Vallow Daybell case? Is that why she tried to separate the LDS beliefs into like infringement? This isn't LDS beliefs. I'm an LDS girl. And this is off the fringe. These are fringe groups. This isn't what my family believed. This is fringe groups. So there was an actual article posted, reported on, published by a reporter in Utah saying that the Corporation of Mormonism, LDS, the Latter-day Saints, are paying influencers who are LDS to push their narrative or reel it back in. Okay. Then she gets in good with the whole family, not just Lori Daybell or Lori Vallow, whatever, the fucking Lori Hoa. Then you got Chad, and she dug her heels into both sides. She dug her fingers right in. Right in. She has had, oh wait, I need to come back to the Boy Scouts thing. I'm all over the place right now. I have so much information running around in my head. So she digs her heels in to people who her nails in to the family who aren't LDS, except for I think Kobe is. And shame on them. Shame on you. Shame on that channel. Okay. Do you guys remember the Jody Hildebrandt, Ruby Franke scandal with the fringes of Mormonism? And they had Ruby's little two youngest kids like withering away in Jody's basement in Utah. Do you guys remember that? Okay. So Jody Hildebrandt, if you don't know who she is, was charged and convicted of all types of horrible child abuse. She was a Mormon, a very highly sought after therapist in the Mormon community. Ruby Franke was a YouTuber with millions of followers. They were 8 passengers. The channel has been knocked down since all of this happened. They're in prison because their kids ran from Jody Hildebrand's house where they were being tortured by 2 Mormon influencers. There was during this time, a person by the name of Adam Steed came out and did a Mormon story with John DeLynn on the Mormon Stories podcast. I watched that from beginning to end, and it was so sad. Okay. The way that this church and these people ruined this man's life. You could see the trauma. You could feel his trauma through the screen. It was so sad. Okay. And then Lauren, Hidden True Crime, got her nails into him and had him sitting side by side in a stream, having him tell all those dirty details of his life. He was excommunicated by the Mormon Church. He ended up suing the Boy Scouts for a lot of money, an undisclosed amount. And in her live with John, she brings up the Boy Scouts with John, and they laugh about it. Now, I can make a lot of jokes, okay? How I deal with a lot of things is a little joke, okay? I not find humor, but I find the ridiculousness of things. I'm all set with being a Mormon. Irish Catholic family members behind. Yeah, seriously. Oh my God. I heard about this. And yeah, it was so sad. Okay. And so they laughed about a victim of the Mormon community who was so viciously violated by that organization. And they made a joke about it. I make jokes at other people's expenses, like Lauren and John, who bears a striking resemblance to the father from the movie Up. The grandfather, the old man. Tell me I'm wrong. Does he not look like the grandfather from Up? But I am a case follower, an information consumer, because I care. I care about victims. I care about these cases. Oftentimes children like JJ and Tylee and everyone, they didn't have a say in anything. Adults failed them. And then Lauren, the predator, in my opinion, I'm allowed to say that. First Amendment right. I think you're a predator, my opinion. Preyed on the victims. Oh, hey, Jay and Hall. It's good to see you, baby. Yeah, I mean, you're freaking hilarious. You can make a dim light bright because you're fucking hilarious, sir. Jay, he definitely does. He looks like the father from Up, the grandfather, whatever his name is. What does Calypso say? When that little one rang the doorbell, he didn't know if he was getting right. So we'll get back to that. He was terrified, and he had like ligature marks from tape, and he was put in a vault, and the little sister got her hair shaved. Like, and Ruby documented all of the abuse for a manual for other Mormon moms. So I'm for victims, okay? I didn't like when there was YouTube creators back in, I don't know if you guys remember the Gannon, oh God, I can't remember the Stark or whatever trial, the little boy that was found in a suitcase on the Florida highway by the stepmother who like ran. It was horrible. Okay. And there was YouTubers putting out his autopsy photos. Shame on you. Me having an opinion about someone being a sociopath, my opinion. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not lying. It's my opinion. It's how I see you. It's how many people see you now. And John is a willing participant at this point. That Grayson girl, don't trust her as far as I can throw her. I was watching videos of her today. She looks like a single white female, like that wants to skin you and wear you. My opinion, Grayson. My opinion. So last night, Kresha, one of the family members of the case, or the case of JJ Vallow and Tylee Ryan, JJ Vallow was her uncle's son that they adopted from her brother. Charles Vallow, who was murdered by these people, was her uncle, her mother's brother. And when all this stuff started coming out, Kresha, I like I said, I watch all of these creators. And I always wondered why she was never interviewed by like Hidden True Crime or Nate Eaton or Justin Lum. Like I always wondered, right? I always just thought like, well, Lauren doesn't play nice in the sandbox, so she probably doesn't want to promote her channel, which I mean, that is like 51% correct, right? Just like Lauren did with Gossip, Rumor, and Innuendo. She just forgot to tell her following that she was going on there. She just forgot until Kathy was named in the exposer's documents. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you, babe. Did you see Project Altos? Any? Oh, no. See, there's so much wrong with that. It's good to see you, Katty. God, I hate people. And like, I'm not okay with injustice. I'm not okay with corruption. Okay. I see things how I want to see them. I see them for what they are, in my opinion. Like, do I go with the grain with every single case? No, I don't. No, I don't. I was a free Karen reader way before it became popular to be a free Karen reader. Okay. Way before it became like people started catching on and started realizing that she was framed. I started what it was way before because I took in the information. I like to know things. Okay. I'm ADHD. I can hyper focus. And if I'm interested in one case, I want to know all the information on that case, Delphi, prime example. I thought he did it. And I listened to the evidence. I was like, no, this guy did not do it. And here Lauren goes, he's guilty. He's guilty. Why? Because there's like a Mormon link. Is Lauren getting paid by the organization to push narratives? I don't know. It's a speculation. And I don't know if it's a far reach. I don't know if it's a far reach. And I think that John is her putz. Okay. John's coming out here swinging. I'm going to defend my wife, even if she's wrong, even if she is R. Kelly and she's pissing on kids. Her reporting's great. I mean, and that's more of a stretch, sir. That's more of a stretch that her reporting's great. Hi, Queen Olive. Good to see you, baby. So last night, Kresha has some things to say about Lauren. Her and her family have been through it. And Lauren preyed on them. Lauren talked about them. Lauren said disparaging things about a minor that was dismembered and put into a fire pit on her mother's new husband's property. Where also said new husband's wife was found dead. the mom's husband that JJ and Tylee called dad or raised her was also dead. They try to kill another person. Like, why are you re-victimizing these people? Kresha tried to do a live last night and was struck down by Hidden True Crime. They struck down a victim telling her story. Listen, you don't have to agree with what I say. Okay. Am I a little abrasive? Do I say things that maybe only other people are thinking? Yep, I do. Yep. But I have a good heart. I don't want to make money off people. I don't want to infiltrate your life. I don't want to make lives harder on anyone, especially when they literally are going through the hardest time of their fucking life and you just go and make it harder for money and pushing a narrative, maybe pushing a narrative for the Mormon church. I don't know that that's a lie. Is it far-fetched, kids? Yeah, I agree. Crafty Chris. I think that she had a hand in that as well. And look at Colby's dad, right? I wasn't there, but there was something going on with Colby's dad too. Right? Was that true? I don't know. I don't know it's true, but I know what facts are. And I know what facts I've seen in the past few days that are absolutely fucking disgusting. That they should, I don't care how, listen, go get a fucking 9-to-5 job. If you are so concerned about your cushy lifestyle, go get a degree and get a job. John, you are able to work. Mr. Forensic Psychologist, go put that degree, that doctorate that you had to clarify was not a degree of philosophy, but a degree of psychiatry. And I just want to point something out. I rewatched him and Lauren on their first go around on Mormon Story podcast, where John Dehlin was excommunicated by the church because he was for LGBTQ rights. And the LDS are not at all. Okay. They just started letting like people of color onto their priesthoods. Like recently. But when you were going around, and this Kresha has like, I mean, she got a lot of fucking subs today. High five, girlfriend. High five. I support you. I was in chats all day watching you. She is so fucking mad. The Hidden True Crime people. You're good, Calypso. Yeah, and Mary, she's trying to stay relevant, or she's we know people. Everybody knows somebody who plays that shit in the background and tries to orchestrate everything, and they're fucking evil, and they try to pin people against each other. We all know those type of people, bad people. Lauren's one of those people disguised in an LDS. I'm perfect, girl. No, like I'm rough around the edges, but I know from what I've seen in the past few days, I have a bigger heart and a better heart than you ever will. You struck down a person with a fraction of the subscribers that you have because she don't play dirty. You guys, can someone put in the channel difficult research into the chat today? Because Kresha is going live again today, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Can we all go over and support her if you don't already subscribe to her? Because Hidden True Crime struck down her live from last night that was exposing her and her bad deeds. And also the grandmother, Kay, also got up there and put it all out there. She confirmed that Lauren was talking about victims. And I just want to put this out there too. Like, I understand that like when you log in and you're watching your favorite creators and stuff, because I've been guilty of this, you think that you know them, right? You have an image in your head of these creators and what you think they're like outside of the camera. Or you try to think like, oh, they're the exact same person in real life that they show on camera. All false. I mean, maybe, but like you can usually tell the real ones. Like Crush is a real one. Hey, Steve Moore. Lauren's hole she dug herself just got a lot deeper. What's up, baby? I'm happy you're here. Between you and Jay and I have everyone, Calypso, Mary Becca, I got all my aces in the chat tonight. I'm happy you're here, honey. I watched Crush's whole live yesterday. And yes, Queen Olive, same. I will see you in chat, honey. We all need to band together. Thank you, Calypso. You're the best. We all need to band together for this Crusher. She is a victim. And Lauren struck her channel down because she didn't like what she was saying and exposing her shit. You don't want to be exposed? Stop doing shit. Okay? Parasocially, like you can think that you know me, right? You can think that you know, I mean, I'm like a nobody, but like you can think that you know Annie Elise. Okay. I love Annie. I love her content. I hope that she is exactly who she says she is because I think that she's great. I think that she's, she's a California girl and loves true crime. What's wrong with that? I don't know. But I'm using her as an example because she's a really big creator, or Rotten Mango. We'll use Rotten Mango. Hi, Nat. It's good to see you, mama. So Kay spoke on her live last night, baby. I can't wait to see if she talks again. Fuck Lauren. Fuck Lauren and John. Fuck them. I owe her nothing. Crusha owes her no, I mean, not me, but like I meant to say Crusha. Crusha owes her fucking nothing. She made Oh, yay. Thanks, Dave. Everyone, if you're not subscribed to Difficult Research, please go over there and do that for Crusha. I know we're small beans, but everything helps. And she got struck down by a very big channel because she didn't want to be exposed. I say expose these motherfuckers. Expose them. Stop doing dirt in the background if you don't want to be exposed. And another thing is all of her people that she has around her are from YouTube. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I know personally, I've met Rosie, I've met Natalie. We've done things together and like it worked out, right? I know a lot. From the Free Karen Reed movement, being down at the standouts and stuff. I know Dennis Sweeney and everything. All great people, right? All great people. But have there been some that I don't fucking like? Absolutely. Not everybody's who you think they are. Absolutely, there's not some like great people, but that's my opinion, and that's how that for me, I would never press upon my views for you. You just like you give information. If you take it, you do, and if you don't, you don't. Right? Yay! Thanks, Natalie. Thank you. Yes, Crush is amazing, and she's so real. And she lost her nephew / like. Oh, it's so bad. And Lauren hates her. Lauren has said nasty things, never supported her, never said go subscribe to Crusher when she has 317,000 subs and Crusher like never has this whole time. And she's a family member. And then to talk about Tylee, not even knowing who Tylee is. Okay. And when you're in a text message thread, we all know this. I mean, I know this firsthand. Don't expect privacy. Okay. Listen, I stand on everything I fucking say. I'll say it to your face. And if not, then it's like, oops, I got caught. I thought I could trust somebody, right? No, she is talking about victims and their families to other creators, to her hidden gems. What are you doing? I am questioning both her and John's decision-making skills. Anybody else? Mary. Oh, yes. I'm questioning her skill, her decision-making, and John's. Like you guys even know, I even said, I'm like, I like John. I think he's like a, you want to pop him on the head and be like, oh, you poor soul. I've always thought that. And the morphing of Lauren's face from when she started until current day, ma'am, tone it down. My opinion. I'm allowed to have it. Bring it down. Hi, Tracy V. Good to see you, mama. So when you are going so far as to talk about the minor victims that you are making thousands upon thousands of dollars on, you have pictures of them behind you while you're recording. And did anyone think it was rich that they pre-record their Patreon lives? I thought that was weird. Listen, I don't know how to edit. I wouldn't be able to figure that out if I fucking tried. But she has a producer, Grayson, right? That does a shitty editing job. I don't know how to edit, but if I looked into it, I might be better. Just saying, Lauren. Just saying. I can't say much about it, but oh my God, why can't people do their jobs? Why do they sit there and explain themselves right? Mary, 9 hours worth. But but more than that, it was like 9 hours, 5 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours. Like, fucking move on. She's had a lot of Botox. A lot. Listen, I can't afford Botox. I mean, would I like my crow eyes done? Like right here, maybe something here? Sure. But there's like a fine line, age with dignity. She was very beautiful. Back in 2016, I saw her news reporting, and she was an anchor. She was, and she looked beautiful. I don't know what happened between that. Maybe it's plastic surgery, because like, you ever see like the cat woman, the woman who wanted to look like a cat, and so she got all like $1 million worth of plastic surgery to look like a cat, but she was beautiful before. But she has, what do they call that when you don't like how you look, even though like it's perfectly fine? Oh God, I forget. I don't know. Maybe John can help us. I can, right. Yeah. I'm afraid to get Botox. Yeah. I've heard it hurts. My best friend that I've had since, I was 13 years old, she's in the beauty industry, and she gets all the things. You know what I mean? I was accused of just getting a boob job. Don't do it great. She gets it. She looks fine. Her eyebrows aren't up here. You know what's so funny? I have I was looking, doing my eyebrows today. I'm like, God, do my eyebrows look like that? So, she struck down the victim's channel because they were exposing her. They tried to do the right thing and just stay silent for the sake of the case, and trying to get everybody on board and not the interfighting and stuff like that. But sometimes there's a fucking line where you have to call shit out the way you see it. Because you know what? If this didn't happen now, what other cases would this lady have infiltrated and gained millions of dollars on, and continue to ruin these people? What wasn't enough that you made hundreds of thousands of dollars on the back of these people's pain? Then you go and do this because you're the victim, the perpetual victim. And another thing that I realized as I'm re-listening to the John and her live, the way I got Lisa here and all that shit. Yeah. Oh my God. I've had it too. Do you like the it feels like rubber bands and that loud noise? I mean, listen, I wear makeup. I am not, I don't not try, but and I can't say if I had Laura Mathias's money that I wouldn't be getting Botox and stuff. I think it's just like a cheap shot, because it's like, I can, but I'm like nailing this down with actual fucking facts. It's not even about her looks. John looks like the father from the movie Up. And I stuck by him. I was like, I think John is just a fucking dingleberry, and he needs to just, fucking calm it down, stop listening to his wife. But then he said this shit about the fucking victims and stuff. Like, shame on you, sir. You're a professional. Supposedly. You're a professional. Is one thing to support, is another thing to befriend these people and wreak havoc, more havoc in their life than they've already experienced. And I like Krusha said something today. I think it was today. I've consumed so much. I don't know whether it was like said or I saw it in a chat or what. But she was asked, like, when you went to the trials, like, did you go and have dinner with everybody? And did you go and do this? And did you go and do that? And she said, no, that wasn't my experience. It wasn't a pajama party. And that made me think, like, CrimeCon is cool, right? For someone like me who loves cases and to learn more about them and stuff that you don't hear on the internet and things like that, I'd be fascinated to go. But she's like, it's not a pajama party. Like, that was my real life. Like, my family was murdered. My mom, her mother was on a hit list of Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell. She was deemed dark. I know, like, I'm probably losing a lot of you, but then there's a bunch of people who do know these cases that'll be like, oh yeah, that's right. So, like, this is her life, and she's like, no, and, like, not for nothing too, like, she seems really kind of introverted and, like, not part of the crowd and doesn't need to be everywhere all the time. And I get that too. Not everybody needs to be in the cool crowd. But she said with her own two lips that Hidden True Crime made her feel like a B-class victim. Now, she doesn't want to be called the victim, but, like, the victim's your family, right? So that's why I'm referring to you as a victim. You don't need to take that on yourself. I get it when I heard you say I'm not a victim, but, like, in ways you are, and you were violated again by a fucking YouTuber with a fake producer, single white female in the back. It made me get God, that's not good. I just heard of Krusha. Yes. So Krusha, Calypso put her channel in the chat. It's Difficult Research. She's actually going live tonight at 8. Hidden True Crime struck down her live last night, exposing them as the fucking assholes that they are. And so if you guys want to listen, if you want to go give her some support, she needs it. She needs it. This is okay. So let's speculate and talk shit again. So the whole 100,000 subscriber thing, you guys don't think that if she got rightfully 100,000 subscribers the real way, that she wouldn't have done a fucking YouTube plaque unboxing and made, like, a huge thing of it? No. You know what they did? And they never showed a plaque. They never showed a plaque, kids. Not once. Not from Google. Nothing. Do you know what they did? They celebrated 144,000. And it came just on time. Never showed a plaque. Do you want to know why they celebrated 144,000 subscribers? Because Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell, the delusional folk who are doing supposedly religious crimes, I think they're just fucking crazy people, much like Lauren. I think you're crazy. The 144,000, Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell were trying to gather, because that's what Jesus said, apparently. When that's what Jesus said, he was going to gather 144,000 of the righteous people to go to the other side with, because, in LDS, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, they're like the preppers. You guys ever seen those crazy shows with the preppers, and they have, like, fucking, like, astronaut food for, like, 6 years, good enough for a family of 12, down in their food storage. So Lauren and John celebrate 144,000 with no YouTube plaque. I don't call that a coincidence. And why are you celebrating? Why are you celebrating that? Why are you celebrating that, Laura Matthias? John Matthias? It's bad taste. I always thought that. I remember that. I think I was watching the live when they were like, we won't do the 100,000. We'll wait for 144,000. I'm still waiting to see a plaque. Produce a plaque. Not for me, for everybody else. Produce a plaque. Put that to bed. Like you try to put everything else to bed. When you start fucking with victims in real life, like, do not go over to their channel and do all those things and harass them and dox them. Don't do any of that. We can talk in the four walls of our homes, where John needs to start with all his fucking psychoanalyzing. Don't go over it. Don't do what these people do. But we can all discuss it. I've heard it. Perfect, Steve. I will see you there. But when you start going after victims and calling minor victims all these names, hold on. Let me see if I can pull something up. Actually, I know I can. Hold on. I sent it to myself. Give me un momento. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, here we go. I am playing this. I don't care. Okay, so this is J from Justice. J for Justice. I'm going to put her link in the chat. I watch her a lot. I think she's fucking hilarious. I think she's good. I like her. I don't know her, but I like her content. John, do you like that? Do you like how I can separate? Are you liking that, sir? Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna put this like this. Ah! Too big. All right. So let's this is okay. Wait a minute. This link is actually for True Crime Sushi. He's like a clip person that takes all the clips from different channels and memorializes them because of things like that happened last night, where Crush's fucking stream got put down for copyright purposes. And do you know why? Supposedly, I didn't see it, all of it until the end, but apparently she played a montage video of her family that Lauren created or something, and she struck her channel down for content that was hers. A fucking victim using her family's pictures, and it gets fucking struck down because she was very careful of not playing stuff and playing it on mute. I'm gonna play this True Crime Sushi. I put the link in the chat
from Lauren. I'm sorry to see what.
So let me preface all of this. So this is Kay Woodcock. This is the victim JJ Vallow's bio grandmother, who was raised by Kay Woodcock, her brother Charles, who also ended up unalived by this Mormon cult. Okay. So who you're going to be hearing talking is Kay Woodcock on her daughter Crush's channel, Difficult Research, last night. And this stream was struck down by Hidden True Crime, Lauren, and Dr. fucking Up Grandpa. Okay.
What is happening there from Lauren. I'm sorry to see what is happening there, but there were a couple of things that really broke the camel's back here. And when I heard when I saw she compared herself to Charles, because nobody's listening to her.
Can you believe this?
I call bullshit. That was so disrespectful. It was unconscionable. It was so.
I just want to put this out here too. Kay Woodcock has had to go and testify at every single Vallow Daybell trial, every single one. She was JJ's aunt by the law because he was adopted by her brother. But this is JJ, who ended up deceased, bio grandmother, and Crusha is his aunt biologically.
So wrong. Don't claim to be there for the victims when you're claiming to be a victim yourself and using a victim as your comparing yourself as figure of being a victim. My brother, come on, what the hell? Think about it. Where do you get off doing that? No, I call bullshit. That was it. Then I'm gonna mention Tylee. That's really Colby's gripe, but I can tell you from an aunt standpoint, that was the same thing. You are not outspoken like you don't even know Tylee. How can you? No, no, it doesn't. No, you shouldn't say a word. And then let's throw in
kids. She compared herself to all of the victims in the Lori Vallow, Chad Daybell case. She compared herself to all of them. Charles Vallow, who is the woman Kay's brother, compared herself to him. She compared herself to Tylee, who was dismembered and put into a fire pit to get rid of the remains. And her grandson / nephew, who is also unalived. This is who has 316,000 subscribers, people. This is what happens in the background. People are like, Lauren would never do that. Lauren did it all. Did it all. There are text messages. Of her talking shit about Crusha that Crusha has. And she displayed them last night. And Lauren struck her down. So what, are you going to come after everybody now, Lauren and John? You have no shame. No one is off limits to you. You have no boundaries. Zero accountability and zero boundaries. None. As a journalist and a doctor? What? Do better. Do fucking better, bitch. That's right. I think you're a fucking bitch.
Charlie Kirk in the mix. I didn't know him, but I and I know you probably didn't know him, but still, there you go.
To Charlie
There's
Kirk.
another one. Just stop. If you're really there for the
Can you believe that? Can you believe it? The grandmother of a victim who had to testify in every single my heart broke for her. Every time I heard her on my earbuds, because the first Vallow case was not streamed, we had to listen. I listened on East Idaho News with Nate Eden. Every night. I put Kung Fu Bandit to bed, and I'd be on it like fucking white on rice. Hear it everything. Because I want the facts. Sometimes the facts don't even come out during trial. There was so much information about cases that we don't know. That we don't know. But you compare yourself to Charlie Kirk and to 3 dead victims that you made thousands of dollars on, and then you go and strike one of the family members' channel streams because you don't like what they're saying. Are you going to come after everybody? There are so many creators that are just going to hate you for the simple fact that you came after Crusha and Kay Woodcock. How the audacity that you ooze is disgusting. And Dr. Babe, okay, so you know how we were all talking about how Dr. Babe is just like, a battered man, right? He's a battered man. I mean, he wanted to come on with his cape and save his wife's reputation. Okay, R. Kelly. I'm gonna start calling her R. Mathis. You're not R. Kelly. Did you put a slammer down, a vibe down called Bump and Grind in the 90s? No. Listen, I don't want to hang out with R. Kelly, but I listen to his music. No one needs to consume you because now people can see you for who you are. And Dr. Babe, I just called him Dr. Babe. Dr. Dad from Up. You are making yourself look really bad. And your credentials have changed since the first time you were on Mormon Story Podcast to present day. I'm going to clip it and we're going to go over it again. Because I like cases, right? And I'm doing a stream for all the cases that we have been covering here. But this matters because it's a PSA for what not to do when you are covering cases. Don't put out pictures that the family doesn't want you to put out. Every time Kay would be in Lauren's chat, she'd be like, oh my God, hi Kay. Because Kay was a money. Kay got her a bunch of money. Look at, don't you see we're best friends? But then like you treat her daughter like a second-class citizen, you piece of shit. I'm glad you're being exposed. And I am not asking anybody to dox, to harass, to anything. Punch them where it hurts, figuratively, John, not literally, figurative. Unsubscribe from their channel and stop giving them watch hours. YouTube, if you're a creator, you have a YouTube studio and you can see how many subscribers got added, how many subscribers left, how many people watched your videos and from what age range and from what country. I mean, it breaks it all down. She's looking at her sub count go down. If you care about these victims, unsubscribe from Hidden True Crime and never turn back. They're degenerates in this community. Oh, hey, Equal. Good to see you, baby. Lauren from Hidden True Crime. Hidden True Crime. If anyone, I don't want anyone to do anything but unsubscribe to them. This is going to play out the way it is. Kresha and Kay, I hope come in hot tonight. Okay. They're going to come in hot and I'll be there for it. Screen recording, bitch. Okay. Just in case this one gets struck down too, we're all going to see it tomorrow, kids. We are all going to see it tomorrow because I have time. I'm going to get off of here soon so I can put baby Grunk to bed and I have all the time to screen record just in case it gets fucking snapped down again. Maybe I'll stream it on Rumble. Can't get all of us, right? Good to see you, beautiful. Good to see you. I love all of you guys. I love talking about these cases with you. And the reason why I talk about them is because I do have a big heart. And I want to see, especially people who hurt children, be put in prison. Lauren, you're no better. You are as much of a predator on this family as Lori Vallow. I heard someone say that you were like Jodi Arias. Jodi Arias was a converted Mormon, not always in, but it's fucking spot on. It's spot on. A lot of things Lauren and John have said did not age well for them. And it keeps getting worse for them and they can't get off fucking online. I don't want anything to happen. No violence, no nothing, even though they'll probably make it up anyway. Do get them where it hurts and unsubscribe and stop consuming that content. Zoe just came up. Hi, Zoe. My emotional support kitty. What time is it? It's 8:30 Eastern Standard. If you guys want to watch it. I encourage all of you guys to go watch it and go support Crush's channel. If you are subscribed to Hidden True Crime and you care about cases and victims and everything, stop consuming her content. She's a vile piece of shit. I don't care how great you look on the outside or if you say all the right things and all the catchphrases and stuff. Like my spidey senses go up when I hear you or your fucking husband, John. I mean, who am I to talk about accents for her fucking? That's how I feel about her accent. She'd be like, so. I hate it. I just like, I've always hated it. Even when I liked her, I was like, oh my God, make it stop. Make it stop. Yeah, so I came on here just as like a preface because I was going to go live last night, but then I decided to go live tonight because I wanted to go over Crush's live because she deserves all of the support and to put her story out there. Like if Lauren's a piece of shit to you, you deserve to say it. Don't let people be fooled by her any longer. I saw hidden gems in chats today saying horrific things about Crusha. Why? What the fuck does she do? Did she piss in your Cheerios too? You're blindly following a fucking content creator that is evil at her core. I'm a nobody, okay? I'm a fucking nobody in this arena. But stop giving views to creators who have bad intentions. Like if I know that if I see JLR at a fucking crime scene, shit's about to pop off. Made a name for himself. You're like, oh, I followed him for like a couple of streams on the Riley case, the boy, the college kid who drowned in the Tennessee River. He was boots on the ground, and I was like, oh, maybe he's changed. Didn't change. Another person who has hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Like how? And then you have Crusha, who is like the real deal Holyfield, and you could tell how genuine she is. Like you can tell she ain't trying to hurt nobody. Is she Laura Matthias who dresses in Gucci and has her eyelashes done and her hair did all? No. Does she have lighting? Like, does she have all the bells and whistles? No, neither did Lauren when she first started. Just know who you're supporting, or even if you don't and you find out, don't blindly follow people because the people that you're following may be pieces of shit. And someone said this to me, and she has viewers that are giving their last $5 to super chat her just to be noticed. Like, hi, Lauren. Oh my God, fangirling, right? I get it. But she's taking like people's social security money and like last few dollars with this type of fucking behavior. And Dr. John wants us to turn the other way. I don't turn the other way. I don't know if you've have you ever heard, Lauren, of Aiden Carney, Turtle Boy? Like him or not, man's effective. He's facing 100 and something years, or maybe not anymore. He had some charges drop for practicing his First Amendment rights and being arrested and spent time in prison in Massachusetts for it. You know what that's called? Corruption. And you are false striking people because people are hurting your fucking feelings. I'm surprised. You know, she reminds me of someone that can't take criticism. I mean, no one likes to hear criticism, but you can receive it and say, okay, you know what? I'll do better. Lauren, do fucking better. And if any family out here is seeing this, and you have dealings with Lauren, make sure you're protecting yourself, right? I'm not victim blaming like Kate or Crush or anything, but they didn't fucking know. They didn't know. Lauren comes off as this squeaky clean Mormon, no fucking caffeine for me, like our friend Jay Warren was just saying. No sex before marriage, but I'll soak. I love you. I love you. Hi, hate. Aiden Carney is being stifled for having fucking opinions. Say what you want about him. He's effective and he was not wrong. I feel like Lauren Matthias is the McAlbert of this realm. She's like the Jem McCabe. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? I know that a lot of people, some of my viewers probably don't know who this is. Okay, Laura Matthias from Hidden True Crime. Good for you. Don't go looking. Please don't sub to her. Please don't sub to them. And if you are subbed, think about it and unsubscribe. That's gonna upset them the most. That's gonna go straight for their fucking money pockets. That's gonna go for everything. That's gonna go for everything that they're trying to save. They don't even care. They're just like, yeah, Lauren did what she did. But like her anyway. No. Fuck out of here with that. Get out of my face. Dr. John. Get out of my face with that, because fuck that. You are not going to have, I am not going to watch your fucking streams to give you ad revenue. I am not going to I stopped paying. I stopped fucking with them a long time ago anyway. But my friend Mary over here just said she's trying to stay relevant. No, she's trying to fucking save her reputation is what's happening. And like, I hate that I have to like side-eye Nate Eaton. I knew he was an LDS person and I had heard things before, but I really like him and his content. So I would like, I watch it, right? And I really hope nothing's ever came out about him though. So, and he's been around a lot longer than fucking Lauren in Hidden True Crime. I thought that, I'm going to end on this note because I have to get Kung Fu Panda into the bath and ready for bed for Crushes live at 8:30 on Difficult Research. Lauren stopped being a reporter in 2019, supposedly when her son was 1. When were those kids taken? Does anyone, hold on, let me look. I'm gonna do my own research. Yes. 2019, and turned to YouTube and then started having all of the Mormon stories. And if she is working for the machine that is the Mormon organization, it tracks. I'm just saying. Allegedly. All of this is speculation or facts I heard on the internet. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please do not contact, harass, go on that bitch's channel. Don't even do it. Unsubscribe. Do your favor. If you are about victims and you want to see justice, the best thing you can do is unsubscribe from that hoe. I said what I said. All right, guys. On the next one, we will see you. I love you. Hey, thank you for being here. No, honey, you are good. I've been doing random lives. Bye, Wayne. We're good. We're good, Mama. I'm happy that you made it though. Jay from Hull was just in here. Free Turtle Boy. I was like seeing a fucking celebrity in chat. I loved it. All right, guys, I am going to go get baby Grunk in the tub and get all those duties done before Crushes live. If you guys want to know more and want to kind of get in on the victim side of Hidden True Crime, go to Difficult Research, Eastern Standard Time, 8:30 tonight. Difficult Research with Crusha, and I will do a review on it tomorrow because I'm screen recording. Bitch. Bye, guys.